like screenless John Madden making that match. But, yeah. We were talking you up because I wanted to let people know that you're a very strong player within the scene, even though you don't have the ability to make it out all the time. But like, yeah, very strong. Yeah, that's how it goes. My man AZ out here, he was powered up by the LaCroix.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, he's on the LaCroix sponsorship.
That's a dope sponsorship to have.
All right, so Xavier going straight in. Ooh. He's going with Johnny. I don't know if he. I'm assuming he says I don't think I can play Riven against Richard. They have played more matches against each other than I think some people have played matches in general. Let's just put it that way. It might not be so much anymore, but there was a couple of years a while back where they would net play a stupid amount against each other.
I mean, it's a lot. Even at the locals, even they are always playing sets, always going back and forth. So it might be the layers of Yomi showing up that Riven Xavier brings out Johnny.
There's going to be a lot of layers of Yomi when it comes to people who play against each other all the time. Like White Beast, Xavier, and Riven are like the top 3 of people who play a ton. And I'm not even gonna say like top 3 in like players in Michigan because that's not counting SQ, who is probably our best player. I mean, if that's a controversial statement, my apologies to any of the other extremely strong Guilty Gear players around here. But these 3 are definitely like the trinity of players who play against each other all the time in locals. In weekly and monthly events, normally find their way into top 3, unless some of the other players who don't normally show up, kind of thing. So they are probably a mainstay of people who start at Yomi level 3. Oh, the purple bar is the risk bar. It's kind of like I would say similar to a guard bar in a sense. It goes up when the more you are guarding, and at a certain point, somewhere about 75%, the next hit that hits you, or even the next grab that hits you, is in counter hit status. So it's not a guard bar in the sense that it will blow your guard up, but if you guard too much, if you're blocking too often, the next hit that hits you, if that risk bar hasn't gone down, you will probably explode from. If they're ready for it. So like for example, like Sin, not always the strongest mix-ups. Like his mix-ups are incredibly complex. Like he doesn't have like any like level 1 or level 2 mix-ups kind of thing. But if he cranks your wrist guard up enough, he can run in for a throw, and that throw is counter hit, and then he can combo after that throw. In the corner, I should mention. Yeah, and I agree with SQ in the chat. The Exert scene is always improving. It's really hard to say. That's why I didn't want to like debatably say like, oh, SQ is the best, because there's been times where SQ has been beaten, but she is definitely one of our strongest players, and as a player that can't always make it out to weeklies and things, I don't know if her representation as one of the top echelon of Exert players is there. So I do want to make mention of her abilities. Let's put it that way. All right, good block string from Riven. Let's get back to this. Enough with the history lesson.
Right.
Into the match. It was an important history lesson
good deep lore.
For those interested. Ooh, that very good super decision from Riven. Why does his real name have to start with the first letters of his gamer tag? Richard, or known on the internet as Riven. All right, he's stuck at full screen and back stance. This is not that bad, but he's going to have a hard time getting in against these big old Johnny buttons. YRC's his way in.
Yeah. Interesting, it wasn't challenging there either on the landing.
It's very, like Zweihander YRC is like debatedly impossible to like challenge sometimes. Like you have to like pre-challenge it.
Right.
Because of how fast it is.
Okay.
But it's also like back to the nuance of Johnny. There's a lot of spacings where it doesn't always work as much. Like I had to play against Xavier in winner's bracket, and he Zweihander YRC'd, but he Zweihander YRC'd a little too far, and he landed just in front of me for me to throw him on his recovery.
I don't know.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be real with you. If that hit, I was not gonna be surprised.
I would have. Considering what I've seen today.
Yeah, that super is mad dumb. If it would have hit, I would have like negative 500 been surprised. All right, here we go. It's the 5K punish. Ooh, interrupts with his own 5K.
Oh.
Xavier not with a whole ton of life lead, but he's definitely got a bit more of the momentum going. 4 coins left. So PRC is looking to scoop him. Okay, burst out. All right, we're gonna wait for the big fireball. We're gonna just reset.
trade. Good
Big
trade.
fireball in that situation is it's gonna slow down everybody. We're gonna stop and slow down.
Ooh.
There we go. Ooh, there we go. Great backdash punish with 5K. Does not get enough out of it, but it was a very scary thing that you don't want to think of. Damn, just walk forward throw. Let's go, baby.
Riven is definitely awake in this matchup. He don't count him out.
If Riven wins this round, I do want to say a quick thing about throws in Guilty Gear and why that walk-up throw was impressive.
Oh.
Or I should say if Xavier wins. So throws in Guilty Gear have to be done from a neutral or walking state. You can't run and throw. So that's what makes that walk-up throw really cool.